Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Peter Spierlich. I'm working for the company TAPKO as an international sales manager. For me, it's a little bit difficult because usually you sit in front of me and I can talk to you directly, but today it's not possible. We are at an online fair, so I have to talk to the camera and cannot see your faces and your reactions. But it's no problem, I think, for this time. If you have any questions, I'm with you also in the chat. So if you have some questions about TAPKO technology, the products, and how to get OEM, you have the possibility to ask me directly in the chat, or you just contact me about my email. It's no problem. I'm with you the whole days of this KNX Experience Fair. So let's show around. The company TAPKO is located in Germany. It's in Regensburg in the beautiful Bavaria. We are around 125 kilometers from Munich. We have 100 kilometers from Nuremberg and 120 kilometers from Passau. And we are not far away from OEM Products. We are together with OEM Products since nearly 20 years, more than 20 years, 22 years it's up to now. On the left-hand side, you see our building. We are over there in 2 floors with a sum of 750 square meters. We have in 1 floor there is development, the administration, the sales department, and the logistics. And in the 2nd floor there is the final assembly. We have also a warehouse in the industrial park. It's one of the first industrial parks in Europe so far in Regensburg. And we have over there is also our warehouse, our stock. So everything is near and everything is fine over there. We are a fully fledged KNX member since more than 22 years. We are certified ISO 9001 and we are Association of Connecting Electronic Industries. On the right side you see my 2 bosses. On the left side there is Klaus Adler, on the right side there is Peter Tomic, that one that is smiling very bright. Okay, so let's see where we are going. The next one is about the history of TAPKO technology. On the left-hand side you see a picture. There is Klaus Adler, Peter Tomic, and Franz Kammerl, the president of the KNX Association. It was on the birthday, 20th birthday of TAPKO. And you can see on the timetable they have been developing the EIB system together. Then in the year 1999 there was a foundation of the TAPKO GmbH, and time was passing very fast. In 2019 we have the 20th birthday I was talking about, where the picture was shot, and they have a lot of experience, and the company was growing. And they had a new location. First they have been at the other place in Regensburg, and now they are at the KNX Park. As you can see, we are also at the scientific conferences. We are working with the working groups, KNX work groups together. We are a member of them, and we are always at the pulse of the technology. On the left-hand side you see Mr. Peter Tomic, where he is talking to the audience. It's one of the meetings in Vienna in 2018. Here you can see the production on the left-hand side of the picture. We are doing this assembling of electronic components in Croatia, in the city of Split. We have been there since 2001, and we are steadily growing. We are building up for now a 2nd production line, and we are very happy that everything is growing very fast. Dies ist jetzt der Überblick über unser Angebot an Sie. Wir haben OEM-Geräte. Sie sehen auf der linken Seite die Zusammenfassung. Wir benutzen KNX Secure. Sie können das Betriebssystem dazu haben, das nennt sich KNX Stack. Sie können die Produkte auch selber entwickeln. Sie können die Produkte bei uns entwickeln lassen. Wir haben außerdem Testlab, wir sind zertifiziertes KNX Testlab. Wir haben das Know-how für KNX Funk und wir können Support für unsere Produkte bieten. So let's talk about security in building automation with KNX Secure technology. Why do we want to have a secure communication? We want to protect against unauthorized manipulation of the configuration. We want to have a safe operation of functions in our building, and we don't want that somebody is displaying or manipulating or read out data from the bus. How does it work? How do we get a safe KNX installation? We need a safe device. For example, over here you see on the right hand side a MECtp Secure, and you see the sticker with the secure code. You have to use the ETS project password. You use a secure device to the project, you import it and you take it to the project. Then you can take this barcode with the secure code on the screen on your laptop, on the camera of your laptop, and then you'd have to download and program this device, and that's all. So this I made for you to explain how this secure communication is working. We have IP secure and we have data secure. The IP secure is the communication between computer and IP devices. For example, over here it's the IP router. It's a secure IP router you see on the lock on the left hand, and also this key on the left hand side of this device. So it's packing the group communication between these two lines into encrypted communication, and also the communication between the ETS or visualization is encrypted to one or to both IP routers. And the next step, you can do secure communication on group communication. You need to have a device, for example, push button interface on the other side. On the other line, you have over here this 113 is maybe an actuator, a secure actuator. So you have group addresses and communication objects where you switch to secure, and the group communication is then data secure. The communication of these both groups are then encrypted, and nobody can see from the outside. So you can have single encryption. Maybe you just choose the group communication and secure, data secure, or you're using IP secure between two IP devices or more IP devices, or the ETS, or everything's on the IP network, for example, also a visualization. Now let's come to an example. This is an example for maybe for a hotel. We are using KNX IP secure devices, KNX IP routers, and then we're connecting them together with the IP network, and then we have up to 225 lines. And in the room 3 and in the room 4, you can also combine data secure with IP secure. So we have maybe an actuator on the right hand side and a push button in the same room, and on the other room we have also an actuator, and then we have the combined IP secure and data secure in this project. Another example is a shopping center where you can have also the same IP secure devices, and then you see on the left hand side we have also the area couplers. We use area couples on data secure. So let's come to the OEM devices that we have. So our OEM portfolio, you see on the left hand side, we are specialists for system devices for KNX. What's the advantage of it? When you do use our OEM products, the KNX certification and the testing is all done. For example, we have the CE documents, so you don't have the testing by yourself. The cases, the plastic, the molding, is available in different colors. So when your company wants a special color, we can do that. The device labeling, or we can do on customer's request. Also the packaging and this documentation, the manual and something like that we have in Word. So it's no problem, you can have your corporate identity for that. The ETS database requires just your KNX member number, so it's no problem. We can also do the serial numbers. We can also put in the production date, so you can have everything out of our hands, maybe, if you like to do so. So everything is prepared, and it takes up to 3 or 4 months until we're finished with everything. So for example, if you own a product that you want to connect to the KNX, some kind of multimedia device, for example, or a device that is specialized on heating and ventilation, and you want to connect it to the KNX because you want to have want to sell it to the KNX community, then we can do this KNX development. We can do the adapter to KNX for that. And when you want to round up your portfolio together with your own product, you can ask us for this OEM devices. Maybe you want a power supply or an USB interface, or you want it together with the IP router or IP interface, and you want your own label because you want to have your own portfolio for that. It's no problem, we can do this. So we just need information from you, and it's very fast to go to the market. So how do you get your own KNX device? From your company, we need the manufacturing ID. We put it in the application program. Then you have to create your product label. The layout is prepared. You just need to place your logo and your ordering number, and all these logos are prepared on the layout. And then the product by itself is certified. You don't have to care about it. We need information about the housing, the color of the housing. Do you want a standard white, or you want to have pink, for example? Everything over there is prepared. We're looking for the plastic. So also the document, we have the document, the data, we have everything in Word, so you can have your own corporate design and change the layout to the layout that you're using in your company. And then we are talking about the package label, and we put all together, and then we are finished. Everything is fine. So let's talk about our portfolio. What devices do we have? As I told you, we have mostly system devices. So for example, we have power supplies. You see over here on the left hand side our power supplies, the variants of it. Here you see the KPS 640, it's a 640 milliamps KNX power supply. As you can see, it's 4 units width. It has an auxiliary KNX output. It has an integrated choke. It's overload and shortcut protected, and there is a little dot over here on the left hand side, and this is a button where you can do the resetting. It is 4 units width. You can see over here. I have it live with me. So let's go to the next device. It's the EPS 640, and as you can see, it's an intelligent power supply, 640 milliamps, and the special thing is it's very small. It's just 2 units width, and there is a bus coupler inside. And with the bus coupler inside, you can have additional functionality. We can measure the temperature, we can measure the voltage outside, we can measure the current, and we can doing a reset via group addresses. We see how long the device is running, how long the bus is up, and also we can have sending some telegrams when there is an alarm, maybe when there is getting too hot or something else. And this one is our newest device. It's a combined power supply and a line coupler in one device, and you see it's only 2 units width. And the top there is the 230 volt connectors, and the bottom there is the connectors to the main line and the connectors to the subline. And you have also here this reset button, and you have all the LEDs on the front where you can see about the status of the device, of the status of the communication. And it has all the functionalities of a 640 power supply and all the functionalities of a line coupler. So let's come to the KNX interface modules. We have interface modules to all the KNX media that are possible. And the possible are twisted pair. This is an USB interface. And the USB interface, the special about is that you can have a raw frame mode and that you can have the functionalities of a Falcon driver. So you have all the features of the KNX USB interface plus raw mode and Falcon. So also we have a device for IP. That's the IP device, IP interface. It's also 2 units width on the top. On the top there is the connector to IP, and on the bottom you see is only one connector, and this is a wire connect to the bus. We don't need any additional 24 power supply. And this device we also have in Secure. So we have the universal interface module, the IP interface in Secure features. You can see over here, there is a red Secure on it. So both devices, the universal interface and the universal interface Secure, both have a web interface. You type in the IP address and then you can have information about the status. And you can have updating the firmware if you like. So we also have a KNX RF interface. It is very small. You just connect it to your laptop. You just connect it to your laptop. You just connect it to your laptop, and then you can directly program devices on over the air, over radio frequency. So let's come to the media couplers. MEC is media couplers, and as you can see, we have also media couplers for the different kind of medias, for IP, for twisted pair, and for radio frequency. So this is the media coupler for twisted pair. It's this one. I have it with me in my suitcase when I'm going to customers. And this is also prepared now for the ETS6. It will come, I think, until the end of the year, so you can use with the ETS6 the media coupler, the segment coupler functionality. And this device we also have for data secure. You can use it with data secure device. And then we have MECtp, IP Media Coupler, IP Line Coupler. You see the IP on the top, and we just need, also like the universal interface, we need just the bus power to drive this device, so we don't need additional power supply. It's also a very nice device, and also as the universal interfaces, it has a web front end where you can have information about the status, and you can update the firmware if you like. And this device we also have in Secure. As you can see here, you can see the sticker on the side where the barcode is inside. where you can use the camera of your laptop to take the code inside of your ETS. Now, it's a media coupler of Secure. And least but not last, we have also the media coupler for radio frequency. Have to look for the camera. See, it's a very small device. It fits in every flush mounted box. And this is the antenna where you can talk. So you have two possibilities to program the KNX RF devices and to communicate with the KNX RF devices. You can use for programming this USB stick and also for diagnostics. And you can use for programming devices the media coupler connected to the twisted pair. And it's bidirectional, and this is also bidirectional. This is for programming. It's a universal interface module. The interface for KNX RF. And this is the media coupler, the line coupler for KNX RF. So we also have a device that is a push button module, and it's called TAPKO. It has 4 connectors. TAPKO, 4 connectors, 4 inputs. And we have the same device on Secure. And the additional functionality is that this device also is able to drive low current LEDs, so you can have changing the parameters inside the application program, and then you can use maybe 2 channels to get information of a dry contact, and then the other 2 channels, C and D, for example, you parameter for LED indication. And then you can have some status information, and all these channels could be used as data secure group addresses. So we have a special device that is a SIMip. It's a KNX IP object server, and there is communication between IP and KNX. So if you want to connect maybe a multimedia device, you can use this device, or you want to get informations on the internet from the other side, from the twisted pair side, from the bus side. You can also use this object server. So we did KNX RF Education Set. You know, the new basic courses for the KNX. The 5-day course is also KNX RF included. So for the education centers, we did this kind of education set. On the left-hand side, you see the media coupler. There is a push-button module that fits into the in-ocean plastics, but it is not in-ocean. It is KNX RF push-button module. And there is a battery set because it is working with energy harvesting, the push button module. So you stick on this battery device, and then you can do the parameterizing and downloading of the physical address and the functionality of the push buttons. That's called basic kit together with the plastic parts. And then you can have the extension kit for your education center. If you like, you can use also the USB interface, and for the Schuko countries, you can use also socket outlet with a relay inside. It's a switching KNX RF socket outlet. So the one set is called basic kit, and the other set is called extension set. Then we developed, at the same time we developed the KNX RF devices, we developed an app for the ETS. So you can have this KNX RF field strength analyzer. You can start it from the ETS, and then you see, for example, from the USB interface, or you can use this one. You can see all the other KNX RF devices. And if you see it is green, then it's communication perfect. When you see it's yellow, then it's okay, and if you see it's red, then the communication is bad, and it's maybe have to look for if you can have a better position, or if you need to use a repeater or something like that. You can have it on the website of the KNX Association, and you can integrate it directly into the ETS. So if you need additional informations, you can download the tech news, you can download the brochures from our website, and also you can watch the film. We have also the film and the brochures on our virtual booth, on our online booth. So if you want to visit us, you get over to our online booth, and you can chat with me and you can talk with me. And also you can download this information about our products. And so now we come to the end. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions, so don't hesitate and ask. I can see we have nearly 4 minutes for any questions. And after that, you come over to my booth, and then we can talk over there also. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.